Hi, this is English 9A, Credit 1, Lesson 4. This is the part of your packet where you're going to start to gather evidence for your performance task. So you're going to use the chart below to find at least 3 examples of descriptive language from the narrative. On the left, mark the sense your example appeals to. You may use your notes and annotations. An example is provided for you. So they give you an example. Remember, it's language that appeals to the 5 senses. So their example is sight. They checked off sight right here. Their example is a quote from the story. And they also write down what lines they found it from. So you're going to go back into the story, and hopefully if you're taking notes, this won't be too hard for you to do, and pick out which, quotes from the story appeal to these senses. So say you chose touch. You're going to put touch there, check it off, put the quote, and write the lines that it was found in, okay? You're going to find 3 of those at the bottom. For which sense appeal is the easiest to find examples? Why do you think that is? And so you're going to go back, find which senses, note them, and then give an example of why do you think that a particular sense is easier to find. Go ahead and fill that out, and then when you're done, you can move on. For this one, you will organize your ideas to help you summarize the narrative for your performance task. Be sure to cite textual evidence. You're going to fill out this chart below to describe Rolf Karl, the main character in the story. You may write outside the circles or use another piece of paper if you need more space. So, personality traits, physical description, feelings, behavior about Rolf. Okay? And so there are a lot of examples about this particular character, okay? So when you find a physical description, you could either note it in the circle or outside of the circle. Whatever helps you, okay? When you're done with that, you can move on. The following chart will help you explore Rolf's character and identify how he changes as he struggles to rescue Azucena. Be sure to identify not only his actions, words, and thoughts, but also what other characters feel and think about him. Consider, what does the narrator feel and think about Karl? So you're going to give some examples. So you have 2 pages actually to fill in. You do not need to fill out the entire thing unless you find, that much evidence. But this is going to help you build your performance task, build your essay for your performance task. So please take the time to find, evidence and explanations so that when you get to the essay portion of this packet, you have all the information. You just have to piece it together to form an essay, okay? So the question right here is, how does Karl change because of his interaction with Azucena? And so you're going to state your ideas. The first one they give to you at the beginning of the story, Rolf is a reporter who is very dedicated to his work. So you're going to find your ideas about how Karl's character changes as the story progresses. So start from the beginning. Use textual evidence, cite what led you to this idea about his character. So they give you a quote, they give you which lines it comes from. Perfect. That will help you, transfer that to your essay. And then explain why you chose that quote. State your idea about how Karl's character as the story progresses, okay? And so they say these quotes show that Rolf is organized and his work pack ready. He is one of the first to arrive to show his dedication. So you're going to go through and state your opinion. You could start with him trying to help, and when he realizes he can't help, what does he do? He tries to comfort her. And then by the end of the story, he sees her lack of fear, and it gives him courage to face his own. So go back through and, state your claims first, then find the evidence, and then give your explanation, okay? So that gives you an idea of what you're supposed to do here, okay? And when you're done with that, then we can go over your actual performance task. But